Are you a real estate agent that's ever lost a deal to another real estate agent and never knew why? So we got a crazy story to tell you today. We hope that by telling you this story that you won't fall victim to this, I'm not going to call it a scheme or a scam, but this type of situation in the future. Today, Shannon Edwards is my guest. She's a senior loan officer here at Morgan Financial. Shannon, how you doing?
I'm great. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on. And you'll notice Shannon has a sweater on, and I have my lumberjack shirt on. It was actually a little bit cold this morning.
It was cold this morning. Anything below like 60 is cold for me.
Correct. That is correct. Well, I agree. It was like 56 degrees, and I'm like, I think I need to put my lumberjack shirt on.
That's right. My one sweater. I live in Florida, so it's my.
Well, so Shannon, we're really talking about something that happened to one of your agents recently with one of your clients, right?
Correct.
So give us a little information about what happened.
It's actually happened more than once.
More than once.
Yes. I have two personal experience with this, and also some of my agents have told me about other stories where it's happened to them too.
Okay, so
recently.
What happened?
So agent is working with a client. We get pre-approved. They're shopping for a month, and this client was active duty military.
Okay.
And a friend at work said, hey, you should try this other place, a common one of the big banks that a lot of veterans use that they're loyal to, just to see about the rates. And when they called this bank, the bank offered them a credit to use a different realtor.
So wait, hold on. Let's go back a step. Is it in fact a bank? I don't think it's a bank.
No, it's technically not a bank.
Not a bank. Okay, so it's a veteran-centric lender.
Correct.
All right, so this company, the client was referred to you by the agent, right?
Yes.
And we pre-approved the client.
Correct.
And that client was told by a friend, I'm just recapping the story here, to, hey, try this other lender.
Right.
Okay, so then what happened?
The lender then referred her to a different agent that is also local here for a credit.
So the lender referred an agent, even though that buyer already had an agent.
Correct.
And then what happened?
The client ended up using the new agent thinking they were getting some kind of a great deal.
Okay. So they used the agent under the guise that, hey, we're going to give you a credit. The lender told the borrower they're going to give him a credit, right?
That's right.
And the borrower was like, sure, that sounds great. I love credits.
Yes.
And then that lender referred a different agent.
Correct.
So what happened there?
So the first agent lost out.
First agent lost out, the one that referred you.
Correct.
Okay.
And we were able to come in and actually beat the deal, including the realtor credit in the end. So we ended up closing it for them, but the original agent wasn't able to get back in.
But the new agent, you told me earlier that the agent, did they get 100% of their commission?
No, actually, they had to pay for that lead. They had to pay that lender 35% of their commission, which is a couple $1,000s.
Wow. Okay. And is that what that's confusing. So the lender referred the agent had to pay back the lender, or
they had to pay the lender.
So
directly.
Does the lender have did they have like a real estate company they also worked under, or was it directly? I don't know how that would work with RESPA.
I am not
things like
sure
that.
either, but she has to pay her that 35% directly to that lender for every referral that she closes, whether it closes with them or not. So even though I took that deal and got him a better deal than that place, she still had to pay them the 35%.
So ended up winning the deal?
Yes.
So the friend that told his buddy, hey man, you got to use this lender, they give me this credit. See, that's the thing, is that people they see these credits, and you have to be conscious of the whole package, the rates and the fees and the credit.
Exactly. And the credit was only $750. So although she had to pay thousands to them, so there's some money there. I'm not sure.
All right. Well, I don't want to start being accusatory. I don't know all the details, right?
Yeah, true.
So, I mean, I've heard a lot about that lender, and I'm not going to say anything good or bad about them. It is what it is.
Right.
So how can, in your mind, how can lenders protect, how can real estate agents protect their commissions?
I think if that is something that you hear them saying, they want to call them or they're going to shop the rates or things to that nature. I mean, my agents just will say to them that, Morgan Financial's locally owned and operated, veteran owned and operated,
right.
And that will match or beat whatever other deals are out there. So call her first, and you know, of course, we'll just go ahead and match or beat whatever's on their website or whatever,
right.
without them having to do that.
So, I mean, the way I see it is there's a couple veteran-centric lender, non-local, typically, non-local lenders, and people go to them because they think like there's one that has an acronym, and they think it's like run by the military or something.
It's not.
And it's not. And I explained to them, look, you might use them for your car insurance or your banking, but it's a different experience on the mortgage end.
Exactly.
And we're actually a veteran-owned and operated company.
Yeah, and we have military wives on staff, ex-military, other veterans that are on staff, and things like that. And it's just more personalized service where, you know, you have my cell phone number, and
right.
you're able to reach me and things, and the people on my team. The experiences that I've seen them run across in some of these big banks that tend to cater to veterans, but they're not veterans themselves. It seems like it's such a big operation. One hand doesn't know what the other one's doing. And so they don't get that same hand holding or that same personalized service there. And so I've actually rescued a couple that got denied at the last minute for silly things, only because this one did a verification and the underwriter didn't know, or, you know, it's just they're not communicating because it's such a big operation.
It's funny with VA. We have two right now that we've taken on that one was supposed to close last Monday, right? And it didn't close because the other lender it was a broker based out of Texas who's using a wholesale lender out of Detroit, and they couldn't do it. And then we take the loan, we figure out, we just moved this here and that there, we can do it.
Exactly.
And you know, and it's look, you get what you pay for. It's like if you're going to find the cheapest lender on the planet, like I'm sure that people advertise better rates than we have, right? That we can never be the lowest person on the planet.
You can find anything online.
But that's why we have the best deal guarantee.
Right.
But because we can see about meeting or beating it, we'll
Exactly.
given certain. So I don't want to get into that one. But so, and then we look at this, and then when anything goes wrong, how much time is that lender going to put in to fix it? If you bought the lowest priced good, I mean, like if I go buy a tool at a certain, not a Home Depot or a Lowe's, but another company, not Ace. Ace does a great job. But this other one, I'm not going to mention names. I know I'm buying a throwaway tool. It's a cheap tool. It's going to work one time, right? And if it breaks, it's not the end of the world. But with loan, it's different. It's like you got a certain time frame to get the loan. And if they can't produce at that time and they're just like, sorry, so sorry, that's what happens. We had another one where we told the veteran, hey, listen, we can't do your loan like you want to get it done. And they said, I found another lender in town that will do it that way. Well, they came back to us saying, hey, they couldn't do it that way. Can you all help us now? We're like, sure, we can help you now.
Exactly.
But
I've actually rescued 3 from, there's 2 big ones that the veterans are, that cater to veterans. And I've actually rescued 3 from the other one, and the other example is from that other one.
Yeah,
so,
I can think of 3. There's 3 I can think of.
Yeah.
But in this instance, look, there's a good reason to keep your deals local. And now I don't blame that other agent, the one that gave up their commission, the 35%. I can't blame that one for, going after an opportunity. And whether that was I guess that's a way to buy a lead, but I can't blame them. I mean,
she might not have even known that they already had an agent.
Exactly. And then it's the company that facilitates that I would put the onus on. And I can't even blame that company either, right? I can't even blame that company either. I just look at it as, let's do the right thing for the veteran time and time again, which is get them a good deal, take care of them, give them great service, make sure they close on time as promised.
Exactly.
So any other words of advice for the agents out there when they see this type of thing happening?
I think it's I think mainly it's having a relationship with somebody that you can trust and that is a partner, a referral partner for you, because I have agents that I work with, and of course I'm going to tell them how amazing their agent is, the client.
Right.
Tell them how amazing their agent is, why they should be still
you
using
believe that.
them, of course.
Yeah.
And just be able to have their back and that kind of thing too. So I think that's one. And number 2 is, what kind of service, like what good is it if you don't make it to the closing table, if they're denying people at the last minute because it's such a huge operation, there's no loyalty with the agents and things like that. Like what are you benefiting?
And there's no skin in the
that?
game.
Right.
It's like if we've been doing loans in Brevard County for over 22 years now, and we are still in business through good times and in bad because, we we've protected our reputation by doing the right thing over and over again. That's how I see it. And if we didn't do that, we wouldn't be in business for 22 years.
Exactly. And I have to run into these people in the grocery store
Yeah,
because
Publix.
I'm local.
Right.
And this other person actually got pretty nasty with the client and the realtor on email and stuff. Because
you sent me that one.
Halfway across the country. He's never going to see
Right.
these people again. He has no care in the world.
No skin in the game.
Right.
And that's that's the difference between a local lender and an out of area lender. You know, it's like everything's easy until it's not. And when it's not easy, what happens then? Is the lender anywhere to be found?
Right.
You know, if you can't get a hold of them, can you go down to their office and knock on their door? Even in town, we were just talking about this. There's a lot of lenders that don't even go into their office. So if you want to go find them, it's hard to do.
Right.
But I mean, we have a lot of good local lenders. I'm not going to knock the local, but the out of area ones, it's like I used to tell veterans all the time, listen, if things go south, you know that you can come down to my office and put your foot where it needs to go, but that won't have to happen because I'm going to take good care of you.
That's right.
But they like that. They like the fact that they know if they really need to come in and set things straight face to face, they can do that.
Exactly.
And you can't do that with some of the big companies out there.
No,
just can't. You're not going to do it. You're not going to fly up to Detroit or wherever these other places are. And be able to have that one-on-one with your loan officer.
Exactly.
So, well, good. Any parting comments?
I think that's it. Just kind of beware of what's going on out there. Listen to your client. If you guys are shopping, don't be afraid to ask questions about what's going on with your financing, or you working with that person, or, just to find out what's going on, if they're shopping it or not. But I think, and then just try to get them with someone that you trust, that you have a good relationship with, that'll be honest with you and let you know if they're shopping or going elsewhere and things like that. Yeah,
I mean, there's the best agents I see out there help their clients find the right financing, right? And that's not saying, hey, you have to use this lender, because they can't do that. But if they say you can use whoever you want, but you should call these people, these are the people. These are the people you can call. You can use whoever you want, but they're going to give you the best advice. You have the best shot at closing on time, and you get the best deal, yada yada. But use whoever you want. But if you're an agent, you leave their business, if you leave your business to chance,
right,
then you shouldn't be surprised when things go astray.
Exactly.
So
good advice.
Well, it is what it is. So look, there's a lot of things out there like this. I mean, just be wary. Talk to your clients. Ask them about financing. What else have they seen? Give me the opportunity, all these things. But that being said, look, if you found any value in this, like it. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. We have our podcast weekly, and we do some other things along the way. Shannon Edwards is one of our top loan officers here at Morgan Financial, one of the top in the county, actually.
Thank you.
So great job this year again. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, give us a call anytime. We'd love to help you out. So thanks again for coming on.
Thank you for having me, Joe. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.